the silence as loud as a scream. Stars like scars in the galaxy stream. Does she miss us, a mother of stone? Or is she glad to be left all alone? The flash we saw, was it fire or spark? A beacon of hope, or the end in the dark? If all will be erased, the choices that we make, do we turn around? Do we burn or break? If all will be erased, do they know we're alive, floating this far? Do they dream of us, lost like a star? Back on that soil, are they planning a war? Are they watching the skies? Do they look anymore? The signal's faint, it flickers and dies. Do we intervene, or let the earth decide what it's always been? A question unanswered, a planet of love. The flash we saw, was it fire or spark? A beacon of hope, or the end in the dark? If all will be erased, the choices ours to make, do we turn around? Do we burn or break? If all will be erased,
do the enable monitoring. All right. What about now? Let's see if you can hear me now. Okay, so I had the audio split, is why it wasn't picking it up. Okay, thank you. So, as I was saying, we'll just give this a little bit of a run through and see what happens. I'll go back to main menu. So I got some credits up here at the top. Am I too loud in the microphone? So is the microphone too loud, or is the desktop game too loud, or both? All right, I'll lower the microphone down a little bit. Well, I don't want it busting people's ears out, so just make sure that everything sounds all right. I'll lower the audio stuff down a little bit. Does that sound better now? You're welcome. So we got credits here. I'll just go ahead and point that out. And Miss Floaty Unbothered here with Echoes and Witch Loop, which is what you're hearing at the main menu. And then Flux Raven radio music whenever we get into the games and stuff. I also have assets. These wasn't really required, as credits do, but I wanted to do it anyway, just as a thank you to those people who put the time in to make these assets. Makes my life easier. Not have to make everything from scratch. So just go ahead and click on the new game. Got the little typewriter effect on this. Uh, the story so far is just kind of placeholder. As I'm making the game, I wanted to go from beginning to end first and try to eliminate all the bugs that I can get out of the game before I start really locking the text down in the story. So all this stuff is subject to change, of course. The main character here, his name's Danny, and we're just starting out at the gas station. It's day one. Just kind of skip through this. I said it's not like a playthrough or anything. It's just a simple test and show what I've got so far. Anybody that's interested in it. So we got check monitors here. You could click on it. This camera up top kind of pans back and forth. It's a live camera, so you'll see as customers pull into the gas station, you'll be able to see them in real time. It's no like video playback or anything. We'll go ahead and exit out of that. I have a radio here, and I just have two little genres of music. It's songs that I've created through Suno and stuff. I wrote the lyrics to all the music, um, but I did use Suno to help generate the music for the lyrics, and it's all licensed by me, so I own the rights to it. You don't have to worry about copyright claims if you're wanting to stream the stuff. We'll just go ahead and click on one. Let's go with retro wave, I guess. There are some triggers. Oh yeah, and as I was saying there before my audio wasn't working, this is a little Easter egg. I don't know that he'll play it, but it would be cool. Should I get this game completed and out there, uh, it'd be neat. It's just a little shout out. I love watching his content, and of course he'll get the reference, and anybody who watches him will get the reference. So we got Earl here. Let me just go ahead and turn this off. Well, here's Earl. He comes in every day. He'll be the most common NPC that you run across. And uh, this is just basic placeholder text for the story. I haven't locked anything in yet. It's just trying to get things to function. Let's see, we can watch the monitor. There's traffic. We'll see him leave here. There he goes. We'll look out the window. There he goes. It's just the live feed. As far as jump scare triggers and stuff, I'm new to all of this, so I come from a writing background, doing stories, novel type things. Um, I really wanted to jump into Godot because I've been wanting to do a 3D game for a long time, and fortunately, we got to a position to where I can start putting in some time and learning how to do these things. This is all kind of self-taught, trial and error. So I placed a few things in here that won't trigger, like this button won't trigger unless certain criteria is met and flags are checked to make it interactable. Same with the laptop that's in the back. This is another one. And then there's a logbook, daily logbook that'll have some text and things to go along with it. And in the back here, there's a breaker box where you can turn the lights off. Notice how everything got quiet. It's kind of creepy. You can hear the traffic go by. I'll turn this back on. So when you get close to the gas pumps here, you can hear that while the power is on, they got the sounds and stuff. If I was to go turn the lights off, cut the power to everything basically, you can hear the AC. Trying to get the audio stuff uh, in line to where it sounds good. And get close to the fridge, kind of hear that fridge humming. And it's the same with like the bathrooms and stuff. Kind of, well, the outside, the crickets chirping. You got that highway sound. And it's one of my favorite streamers say live chat, live. You can hear the bathroom effect as you get close. It's got that dried underwater. Well, it's not really dry. It's just the underwater type of sound. And all the stalls are interactable. I do have collisions on the doors though, so you can't really hide in here. You see, it pushes you back out. I don't know if I'm going to fix that or not because I don't plan on having uh, hideable locations in this game. It's just going to be primarily narrative based, just storytelling. I'm not going to have you hiding from something or somebody in this. It'll be based off of your decisions while you're playing. And I'm going to try to make it as open as possible. So, uh, as you progress, you'll see here. I mean, it's got kind of an idea with the text that's already there, the placeholder text. You'll be able to see kind of where it's going. And I can tell you, like on this next day, day two here, starts you back at the counter. I've considered just putting you out by your vehicle that's in the back here. It's a van, but I think just starting behind the counter would be the best way to go. So what we're doing now is just hanging out. That's the thing of the job here. You're just hanging out behind the counter waiting on customers. It's just a normal day. Uh, there'll be some events and stuff based on what you're doing. That's primarily what I want to try to do with this game. Is I want flags and triggers put in the game to where, depending on what you're doing, then the game will start unfolding based on your decisions. As you'll see here in just a moment, we'll have Earl come back in, and we'll see on his text. Here's Earl arriving. You'll notice here he says, "Hey, you notice anyone messing around near the outdoor restrooms when you clocked in?" So that kind of gives you an idea. It's like you can answer it however you would like. So I didn't really notice. Okay, so at this point you could be like, well, I don't really care. I'm not gonna go check that out, you know. There's somebody standing over there. I'm not interested. Or, you know, a lot of people. Now the couple that I've had play test so far, what I have, all of them went over here to investigate. And there's a trigger over here that should you go investigate, it puts you down a pathway. So there'll be different branches that will happen. Staying inside here behind the counter is one branch. If you come out to investigate this area, it puts you down another branch. So that's what I mean whenever I want to try to put in as many random little encounters and branches and flags that I can into the game so that it feels more natural. It's not like completely scripted that, you know, A happens, then B happens, then C happens. It'll be up to you. You'll notice like I can't interact with the NPC here while I'm standing, even though my marker, see, turns yellow. I can't interact with him unless I'm standing behind the counter. So now I have the option to talk. I want to try to iron out as much of that as possible too. And again, if you didn't go out there to investigate, we have Kenny here who also tells you, hey, there's something going on out by the bathroom if you want to check that out. It's not a requirement, but it's an option for you. And again, this is just an early look at what I have so far. Everything's subject to change, of course. I've got the logbook and things like that. Showed you the lights, bathroom. You can also, at any point, unless you've went down a specific branch that prohibits you from using it, at any point, I did leave a quick escape, so you can just interact with your van and you can quit at any time. You can quit the game. We have this is the last NPCs for this day, or it'll the objective in the top right hand corner will switch to clock out. And trying to get these things to navigate properly is a pain. It's something that I've learned trying to get the capsules and stuff to where they'll walk over because this geometry on this, even though this is amazing geometry and stuff, I've had to go in and place ramps where these sharp corners are at because I had trouble having the capsule for the player and the NPCs to step over these corners because they're so sharp. And by doing that, I tried doing it without the ramps first. And then I managed to increase the capsule size, which solved the stepping up issue. But whenever it got to the door, my capsule was too large to walk through the door. So that was another issue. So I just went ahead and pulled everything over into Blender. This whole scene, I pulled it over into Blender and then baked in the collision and then pulled it back over into Godot and created the ramps and things so that the capsule has an easier transition from the sidewalk and the pavement. And that let me keep the capsule size for the player and the NPCs down so that I can walk through these doorways. But I do have a few more things going on in it. I'm not going to go all the way through this little playthrough because I don't really want to do a lot of spoilers. Just the first couple days to show what I've got going. Um, I know the flashlight. Some people playing it's not gonna like the flashlight quality, but it is what it is. I didn't want to make it too bright. I think it shines a pretty good distance. You can see the corner of the building there. I'll turn it off, back on. It's not bad for distance. I didn't want to make it too bright, just in case, because I want to add some special little things in here. Like I don't know how the jump scares and things like that. not really big on jump scares unless it's set up right. I don't want to put them in there just to put them in there, if that makes sense. I want it to have a reason as to why they show up. I guess you could say I'm like more into the psychological horror side of things versus just the jump scare up in your face. And like give me a reason to be scared, not just scare me out of nowhere. So we'll go ahead and transition back over to here. Notice I got some debugger stuff going on here. Most of these is audio issues. I'll have to look into these. I shouldn't really be having these on the scene tree. It's playback for whenever the player exits out of the gas station because I have uh, some game logic there handling the audio switching so that you're not hearing in-store sounds while you're outside. But this could be coming from the radio, maybe. But I'll investigate this later. And the rest of these are just warnings right now. But I tried to get the atmosphere going too. I want it to be like a nighttime gas station that feels kind of empty, but you still have some ambient traffic driving by every now and then. And of course, we got the boundaries. That way, the player can't really escape this area. This is the playground. The skybox, I absolutely love the skybox. Any type of future projects that I do, I would like to be able to reuse this skybox. Looks really good. Debated on whether or not to add some interactables, um, stocking shelves, and things like that. But I mean, honestly, I don't think I want to add anything like that. It's just kind of like busy work um, to just fill the time in between NPCs and stuff coming in and out of the gas station and the story being told. If I add anything, it'll be probably story related. Example being up here, I have that camera that we look at in the monitors down here. I may end up adding something to where you have to interact with the camera to get it back online or something like that if you're wanting to stare out the monitor. Um, Things like that. Maybe some light switch gameplay. Have the lights do their little thing, make it kind of eerie. And you have to come back here and interact with the light switches or something. Then this is where you clock out. Um, you'll do that at the end of every day. May have some uh, doors open and closing, maybe some foreign sounds that just sound out of place. Would I be doing any horror live streams? Uh, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not good on horror. I'll just keep it real with you. Depending on how scary it is. If it's not too bad, maybe. I don't want to have a heart attack. Even if it's just one. Oh, you want to see me pass out on stream? You see, we got. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I do have a few little scary games that I could check out. I actually thought about doing something similar that uh, a couple other streamers that I've watched. They do indie game playthroughs, and that's something that I may do, may check into doing. I don't know if anybody be interested in it, but if I do some type of gameplay, it'll probably be that just because I'm an indie developer and I think playing other indie games would be beneficial to everybody just to get some recognition out there. Especially, these devs put in a lot of time and they're not AAA big studios. A lot of times it's solo developers like myself, or it's a small team, and whatever awareness that I can bring to the table, be like, hey, the little guys here, we're making stuff too, and just give my honest feedback on it. Like if your game sucks, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna tell you. It's like, hey, you need to change some stuff up. If it's good, then you know you'll get the honesty from me. It's kind of what I want to bring to the table. I don't want to necessarily sugarcoat it, but I'm not going to badmouth you either. Then may do some React videos too. Just depends. That's pretty much all I have going right now on this section. A lot of it's going to be kind of back end handling things through different scripts and stuff. But this is the playground that I'm working with. How far I get on this, I honestly cannot tell you. This is just a solo endeavor that I've wanted to do for a while. I don't know how long that it's going to take me to produce something that's I feel is worth playing. Um, I'm just taking it as as it comes. It's, I can, get into the game and try to create things, and then whenever it's done, it'll be done, type of thing. There's a lot of this stuff I'm learning. Uh, I'm a noob, basically. I do have a little bit of background on scripting and stuff like that, but whenever it comes to doing the game design and making sure everything's working, try to make it as bug free as possible. It's all new. Uh, I started playing horror games. You'd subscribe. Sounds like a challenge. Okay, well, how about I check into some horror games? And I'm not promising anything, but I'll check into it, pick out one, and then see where it goes from there. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted, Floaty. I've temporarily lost my chat. I'll have to refresh it. No, I was switching tabs and I accidentally pressed the back button and I had to refresh. I lost my previous chat. Just gonna get some audio playing in the background. That way it isn't just my voice and dead air playing.
Headlights trace the lines of time. Back roads whisper what's left behind. We were sparks in a sleepless town, chasing dreams just to burn them down. Every mile was a song we'd sing. Every night felt like everything. Now the echoes still call my name, but nothing ever feels the same. Wild hearts rising, reuniting. We were giants. At least that's how we felt.
I've been trying out this NVIDIA broadcast. It's kind of creepy. Let me see if I can pull it up. So I don't know if you'd be able to tell this or not, but it has a option on it called eye contact. It's AI driven to redirect your gaze toward the camera. So I toggle it on. It gives me huge, weird eyes. You see that? It's weird. I was talking about earlier with the geometry and stuff on the world. Let me go back to it. You probably can't really see it right here. I'll have to go under the navigation layer. This top layer here is for NPCs, so they know that they can walk here. But if I scoot under it, you can see this little blue part. This is like a ramp. You know, these little triangles right here. These are ramps going up. And before I didn't have these here. So the capsule to step up, if I go back to this script, I know this is kind of nerdy, but this is a game dev stream. So you see the vector height, the step height. I had to constantly adjust that. And it didn't matter what I set it to, I was still having trouble getting over this 90-degree step. So I had to add the ramp.
October rain, an unknown town. Two heartbeats where shadows drown. Streetlights flicker on your skin. We're driving fast through what might have been. The city fades in rearview glass. We're chasing echoes that never last. You smile, and it all comes back. Every
So I had to
dream
go around
made a
and
crash.
uh,
We
put these
unleash the
ramps everywhere where there was a sharp
underworld
corner.
tonight.
That way my
Lost
character
in
could
the
step up
glow,
onto the platform.
moonlight, hand in mine. The world falls slow. Our stories will feel the echo.
And I had to do it over here
It
at the
all
bathroom and
grows
stuff too.
in on empty streets. Every heartbeat
The only
where
place that I
shadow
didn't do that
meets.
on
You
is
whisper
around the gas station
forever.
pumps.
It sounds so
So I didn't really
near,
feel it was
but
necessary to have the
time
player
feels
have the
fragile
ability to
when
walk up on
you're
these.
here.
I mean, there isn't
The
really going to
city
be a
fades in
scenario to where
rearview
they need to
glass. We're
step onto
chasing
it.
echoes that
And
never
also,
last. You
if you
smile,
see the
and it all comes
navigation
back.
for the
Every
NPCs,
dream
it
we
doesn't
thought
really
we'd
connect.
crash.
I mean, I could raise the floor up a
We
little
are
bit
neon
to allow the
voices
NPCs to navigate through
colliding
that, but
tonight.
whenever I
Lost
did that
in
before, it was
the
causing some issues. The
moonlight,
NPCs would try to step up
hand
on
in
top of the
mine.
gas
The
pumps and stuff.
world falls
So I
slow.
just lowered it
Our
down and
stories
then
will
make
feel
the
the
navigation
echo.
mesh so that they can still navigate around the area. They don't really need to step up in between the pumps and things. And they have a little bit of a navigation thing here in between the doorways and whatnot. There is an issue with this corner though that I'll have to address at some point because
When just off the street stand still.
we'll just say that the planned navigation for some of the NPCs. It's going to require them to come around this area, and right now they kind of get hung up right here. So I don't know if you noticed or not, but on the outside I had to add a cylinder to cut away this section because whenever Earl was arriving, he constantly got caught on this corner and was just constantly walking back and forth on this corner. So I had to add this in to cut out the circle to be like, hey, can't get up against this corner, dude. You walk around the circle and go in. And I had to add a checkpoint box right here so that all NPCs that's coming into this has got to check with this box first. And the reason I did that is because of this door has a collision on it. I did switch it to where the NPCs will just flat ignore that door because it was causing me so much issues. And so um, I made it to where the NPCs can basically walk through the door if they have to. I try to time it up to where as they approach this box, they'll trigger this door to open. And if the door is in the process of resetting, with the little bell sound that it does whenever it opens, there's a little bit of a delay before you can interact with it again. But I made it so that if the player has interacted with it and there's an NPC waiting here, they can just walk through the door mesh. Like, yeah, it's not the best solution, but for what this game is, it's a solution that works. So, yeah, the NPCs can walk through the door. Uh, it's just little things like that. Like I'm learning as I go to like, okay, well, maybe this isn't the best solution, but it's a workable solution. And if I come across a better solution as I get further into the development, then I'll come back and make those adjustments.
We are not alone. Echoes countless, lives so far, and many more to come. Restless nights, not from fights, but from sweet whispers in my arms. Morning smiles, soft hellos, makes my heart skip a beat every time. We're not alone anymore. Have we found what we've been looking
See, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't really covered over. I think I've got about everything covered. There is a cloud layer. It's kind of hard to tell though right now. You can see it a little bit. I do have a noise gradient. It's a repeating noise texture that's slowly panning over the area. It's pretty good size too. Let's see if I can select it in the editor here. As you can see, I've made the cloud layer huge. You can kind of see it. See it has a transition there.
Never let me go. My heart couldn't take the fall. Forever I am yours. Find the courage to brave it all. We are not alone.
So, all right, I guess I'll just go ahead and wrap up the stream here. This is kind of a short one. I'm just showing you, if there's anybody interested for game dev stuff, this is what I'm working on. Little side project, trying to get it put together and hopefully turn it into a full game, a little narrative-based game. It isn't going to be very long. Thank you for sharing what you got. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I do appreciate it. And don't forget the challenge. I haven't actually. Whenever I end this stream here, I'm going to go check out some games. And then, yeah, horror games. And then we'll see. We'll see. Okay. I might be back with a horror game for you. Already got me nervous.
Next cycle back discovered, mysteries have been uncovered. Advancements could raise the
Yeah, it ain't the
stakes,
screaming that I'm worried about. It's having a heart attack.
crown on the head, repeating patterns of men.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead wrap up the stream. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you got any suggestions or anything like that, just drop them down in the comments. I'll be reading over those, and I'll catch you in the next one.